We're almost ready to depart from runway 10 left at Montgomery Field in San Diego, California. Now, I've completed the takeoff checklist for you. I would like you to do the takeoff and climb, but don't worry. There's nothing you can do on this flight that will hurt you, me, the airplane, or your computer. So remove those hands from your eyes and let's have a good time. Let's review the takeoff procedure. As you apply full power, the airplane will accelerate. When the airspeed indicator reads 55 knots, apply gentle rearward pressure on the joystick and pitch the nose up just high enough to cover the distant horizon with the very top part of the instrument panel. The airplane will accelerate to our final climb speed of 75 knots. Now when it does, pitch up a little more to maintain 75 knots. Move the joystick forward or rearward slightly to maintain this climb speed. Now I want you to release the brakes by pressing the period key, then apply full power by pushing the throttle all the way forward or pressing the F4 key. Divide your attention between the airspeed indicator and the runway as the airplane accelerates. We're looking for 55 knots. There's 45 knots. Okay, there's 55 knots. So pull back a little on the joystick to pitch up slightly and start climbing. Hold that miniature orange airplane and its little orange nose dot on the attitude indicator between the second and third black lines that are located above the thin white horizon line. This should keep the airspeed close to 75 knots during our climb. We're climbing straight ahead, so move the stick left or right as needed only if the airplane starts to turn. You can tell we're climbing because the big hand on the altimeter is rotating clockwise. I want you to keep climbing until the altimeter reads 1,500 feet, then I'll take over. "75 knots is our best climb speed in this airplane, but we're not going to be too picky about it. Change the pitch up and down a teeny bit to keep the airspeed somewhere between 70 and 80. Great job. I'll take the airplane for a bit and you can relax that death grip you have on the joystick. As soon as we get close to our pattern altitude of 2,000 feet, I'll demonstrate some turns and let you try some. Okay, Captain, if you look on the lower right-hand corner of the instrument panel, you'll see the tachometer. Reduce the power by pulling the throttle back to about 2,200 RPM. Look at the attitude indicator, especially the orange pointer at the top. Notice that right now it's pointing at the arrow at the top. This means we're wings level. The orange pointer points at our current bank angle. The white lines around the outside of the indicator are bank reference marks, 10, 20, 30, and 60 degrees. Under most circumstances, you won't have to exceed 20 degrees of bank. I'm going to make a right turn now. I'm applying gentle pressure to move the stick a little bit to the right, then returning it to almost center when I have 20 degrees of bank. When I'm almost at the heading I want, I roll the wings level by moving the stick gently to the left and holding it there until the little orange pointer lines up with the white arrow. Okay, I want you to make a right turn now. I'll handle the pitch so that you can concentrate on the bank. Move the stick slightly to the right and hold it there until the bank angle reaches 20 degrees. Then return the stick about halfway to center. Roll the wings level now by moving the stick to the left and holding it there until the wings are level. Fantastic. You must be related to that Neil Armstrong guy. Let's try a turn to the left now. I'll go first. Let's take a look at the lower part of the attitude indicator, the brown part. Notice the white lines that converge at the center of the horizon line. Those lines are angled at 20 and 45 degrees to give us another reference to our bank angle. Tag, you're it. I want you to make a left turn now. Roll the airplane left to a 20-degree bank. I've still got the pitch. As we're making the turn, make tiny adjustments to the joystick left and right to maintain no more than 20 degrees of bank. Okay, not bad. Roll the wings level now. All right, I have the airplane. We're having a great time now. I'm going to see if I can find the airport again, and we're going to do the most fun part of all, the landing. I'm going to start getting set up for the approach now. I know it seems like we're a long way from the airport, but there's an old saying in aviation, a good landing starts with a good approach. It's time to set our flaps to the first notch now. So, hit the F7 key and pull the power back to just about 1900 RPM. We want to slow down to about 85 knots or so. We're 5 miles from landing. This is where it all comes together. You are going to fly the approach and landing. You'll control the altitude with the throttle and the airspeed with the pitch. You'll also control the heading so that we land on the runway. Set the flaps to 20 degrees now by hitting F7 again and slowing the airplane to 75 knots. We're 4 miles from the runway. Set flaps to the landing position by hitting F7 one more time. Verify the throttle is at about 1900 RPM. The runway is right where we left it. We're 3 miles from landing now. We're doing fine so far. Let's do the before landing checklist, left to right. Mags are both, fuel is both, mixture is full rich, flaps are selected, 30 indicating 30. We're cleared to land on runway 28 right. Before landing checklist is complete, Captain. This is it, your airplane. Maintain 65 knots using the pitch and maintain a nice gentle descent using the throttle. We're concentrating right now on making real small changes, if any. We want to keep everything nice and smooth. We're 2 miles from touchdown now. When we get to about 10 feet off the ground, I'll help you figure out where that is. But when we do get to about 10 feet off the ground, I'm going to need you to pull the power to idle and gently pull the nose up so the main landing gear touches down before the nose does. We're 1 mile from touchdown. We're 500 feet above the field. Half a mile from touchdown. In case you're wondering, those white arrows are telling us where to land. We're 100 feet above the runway. All right, throttle all the way to idle and raise the nose just enough so the main landing gear touches down first. Make sure the throttle is all the way to idle now. Stop the airplane by holding down the period key or pressing the trigger on your joystick. Don't look now, but you've just accomplished your first takeoff, a set of turns, and your first landing. I think you're ready to sign up for lessons. Let's go inside and grab a cold soda and get you signed up. Meanwhile, you can take a look at the flight analysis to see what we've done.